So here we have a new 2026 GMC Sierra 3500 HD. This one comes in the Denali trim level. We have the Denali Reserve package as well. Downpour metallic is the paint, and then we do get jet black leather interior. The powertrain consists of a 6.6 liter turbo diesel V8 that's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED daytime running lights, LED headlamps, and the LED fog lights. The lights don't flash like that. That's just how my camera's picking them up. And I apologize for the glare, but really like the spec here. The big bold grille. The downpour metallic, I think, is the best color on this truck personally. Love these wheels. These are 18-inch aluminum wheels. We get passive keyless entry on the front. Door panel here, power door lock controls, memory seat functions. We get express down on the back windows, one touch up and down on the front. And then we have our power sliding and folding side mirrors there with blind spot monitors. And then we do have our rear window lock there, power mirror controls, Bose sound system, 2 bottle holders, a little storage pocket there. Love the trim here. And then electronic parking brake, full 4-wheel drive. We can go through our drive modes. We just have off-road and normal. Headlamp controls are there. Heads-up display controls right there. Hood release. We get a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And then here's the power driver's seat with 4-way power lumbar support. Now, I do want to give a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now, as I go over the window sticker here, y'all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look. But this thing will tow conventionally up to 20,000 pounds, and then gooseneck up to 31,000 pounds in this configuration. So a lot of capability there with this truck. With that being said, it is not cheap, but you kind of knew that coming into it. $95,745 is the sticker price. But I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so we're gonna see how I can fit in the back. Power running boards as well is a nice option. But decent space back here. I mean, my legs aren't touching the back of the seat at all. Seat back pockets on both sides. And I even like how wide the seat is and how much headroom you get here. 3-stage heated outboard seats, rear AC vents, a USB-C, USB-A charge port. And there's a look at the front from back here. Power sunroof. This middle seat folds down. The bottle holders are there. You get LED lighting throughout. Power sliding rear window. I'll show you how that works in a minute. Nice sturdy handle there if you want to hang up your entire uniform. Child locks, lock, unlock. And then the in-seat storage there. You can lift this up. You have storage underneath the seat as well. And then your lower anchors for the car seats right there. And it'll take diesel, of course, and then your def goes in that blue tube. But relatively large bed. To the back end, LED tail lights. And there is the receiver there if you want to hook up your tow kit. Spare tire, exhaust. And then this bottom button folds the whole tailgate down. That top button will release this step here. And then you can kind of hop in there. But a 3-prong household plug-in, 120 volt, 400 watts right there. So just bear with me. And then as we come to the front passenger seat, we do get that same power adjustability with 4-way power lumbar support. Love that we have Denali stitch in the seat itself. I'll turn this air down a little bit. We get a lockable glove compartment right here, top pocket here. And again, love the trim. And then a side pocket like on that driver's side. Now before we hop in, just gonna take a quick look in the engine bay, and then we'll check out the blinkers. But here's that 6.6 Duramax. Now let's get inside. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. I like that we have the Denali logo right there in the center. There's the horn. Now over here to the radio, we do get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth, wireless Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto compatibility. We have the Google Assistant system, so we have Google News, Google Maps, the Play Store if we want to use any of that. Dual zone automatic climate controls. We can control either from the screen itself, or we have buttons and knobs down below that also include the 3-stage heated cooled seats. And then your settings are over here. So go into your vehicle settings, and that includes your rear seat reminder, buckle to drive, teen driver. And then if you scroll down to your system settings here, you can change your language right there. A lot of camera views as well. Backup camera, the guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. You get that top-down view as well. Front camera, curbside views, bed view. There's so many different camera angles for this thing. Get a volume knob on the side here, which is nice. Home button as well. And you can also change what's on this side screen too. So after it kind of loads, it won't have to be that slow again. So. Now down here, exhaust brake, lane keep system, and then we have our parking sensors, release the tailgate there, hazards, traction control, let all the windows down. You have a USB-A, USB-C duo here, bottle holders, and then you have your trailer brake controller here. Wireless charging pad, you get a USB-C, USB-A duo there as well. 3-prong household plug-in behind that cover, and then a nice LED light to keep the compartment lit at night. Now I'm going to show you how this slides back one touch. You can tilt it as well, but I always like to see how far they go back. So that's a pretty nice opening. And then there's a look at the back and that sliding rear window there. And then garage door transmitter, there are the buttons for all of that. OnStar, rear camera mirror, off, on, vanity mirror. And then back to the steering wheel. Left side stock here, blinkers, auto high beam toggles here, front fluid, and then your wipers, intermittent all through there, one time. And then the shifters on the right side, hit the brake, reverse, neutral drive, then you have your low gear there, and then you can use the limiter and you can see what gear you're in that bottom right hand corner as that changes. Now behind the steering wheel on the left side, we can go through our track list radio station presets, and behind on the right side, we can toggle our volume up, down there. We get adaptive cruise, so we can turn that on or off, hold this cancel button to go between those modes there, and you'll get a notification as you do that. Set the speed, heated steering wheel toggle, and then the gap adjust for the adaptive cruise as well as the forward collision alert is right there. Mute, voice recognition, and then this is where we're gonna dive into this a tad. These two arrows and then the scroll bar go through the digital part of the gauge cluster, the middle part at least. So you can scroll through all of that, and then you can change what's here in the options menu. If you want to change the info page, turn certain things on or off, and then you can go down here to your units and change those from US to metric. But you can also do something that's pretty neat, which is change what's in the actual gauges. You have different views that you can go through, which I really like. So pretty neat how you're able to do all that. Now up here, we do have the heads-up display. And again, we can change the info there. It's kind of hard to see, but different views depending on what you want to see there. Push button start. And finally, Here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 GMC Sierra 3500 dual rear wheel Denali out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Sierra 3500 HD Denali, love having the Duramax paired with the 10-speed Allison here. It's just so nice. It shifts so cleanly. Just very easy to drive for this to be a heavy duty dually here. And very roomy from the driver's seat. There's tons of space in here, as you would hope in a heavy duty truck like this that's on a crew cab chassis. It is very spacious. I'm 6'3", wider, bigger, and tons of headroom, tons of hip room, and the leg room is pretty good as well. I'm gonna slow down a little bit to give it a pull. Not gonna floor it, but gonna give it a little something. Here we go. So got up to speed pretty quickly, and again, I wasn't even really trying to do much there. So pretty impressed by the overall acceleration. Now I do want to give one more big thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. Takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get to the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now, with this being the Denali trim, this is probably the smoothest I've ever come down the interstate here in a heavy duty truck. It's obviously not like a Yukon, but for it to be, again, a heavy duty truck, a 3500, a dually, it's coming down the road very nicely. Now, like most heavy duty trucks, you hit a bump, it jars you a bit, but again, for this to be that, it is coming down the road very nicely on those smooth stretches of interstate. Now, in terms of what you get for the money here, I think $96,000 is a lot of money, but you have to remember what all this thing is capable of. You're able to gooseneck 31,000 pounds. You're able to conventionally tow up to 20,000 pounds. That's a lot of weight to pull, but then you still have an extremely luxurious truck. You have your adaptive cruise, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, power sunroof, heated cooled seats, 4-way lumbar support, heads-up display. The list just goes on and on with what you have. So can't really be mad that it's this much money for all of these features. And of course, you can go down in trim to kind of soften the blow of having to buy one of these new. But if you plan on keeping it forever, I mean, I think it's a good way to go. But also, these things tend to hold their value as well. Trucks are always bringing money because people always need them to work. It's not like EVs where they plummet because nobody wants them. Not even like cars where, well, you're kind of seeing the cars go up now because people just need transportation these days, and some things are just bringing more than what they were new because things just got more expensive. But I do think for the money, again, you have so much here. So I really can't be mad at it. The new, it's like it used to be, they say 30 is a new 20 or whatever. I feel like 100 grand is the new 75 grand or the new 80 grand. So, I mean, you got to think of it that way. But an extremely nice truck inside and out, and an extremely capable truck as well. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 GMC Sierra 3500 HD Denali Reserve.